me and see me just fine. I didn't have any problem with Q's, so I don't think it was on Q's end. I believe it was probably my Wi-Fi. I'm not sure. I don't know what was going on, or maybe because we both was on, it was overloading my connection. I don't know what was going on. But if you guys can hear me and see me clear now, I'll go ahead and finish off the live. If not, then I'll go ahead and call it a night. You know what I mean? I ain't got no problem calling it a night. But it was popping up in there, boy. We had a lot of people up in there real quick. And Cuse was on one. I don't know what provoked Cuse to talk like that and go in on dude and and people that's working for him, the conspiracy people and all that, but he was going in. I hate y'all missed it, but it might have been a sign. Because I was just talking about people going in on each other and us not getting along. Maybe it was a sign that we didn't need that video on this channel, right? Just maybe, something to think about, right? Like, man, that kind of contradicted. Now Cuse is calling me again, so y'all probably not gonna hear me, right? Y'all probably not gonna hear me because Cuse is trying to call me. I don't know why Cuse does that. It's like Cuse doesn't understand when I'm live, he messes up my live. I gotta tell Cuse to make sure he's subscribed and get his notifications. That way he'll quit calling when we on live. You faded black dog, as long as you in the house for the night and you're gonna go to sleep, it's cool to be faded. Do not go out and drink and drive. Q's finna go viral. He said that how long? I don't know if he gonna go viral. He said scrap it and he will go back and do another one. Man, I don't care about that viral stuff if it's gonna piss people off and have people mad. Somebody just told me that Adam just shot a low ball diss toward kevmacvideos. So I don't know what. Q just keeps calling, man. Damn, I wish there was a way I could block that from calling. Maybe it is. I have to figure it out. But yeah, somebody just texted me and said Adam took a low ball shot and came to be disrespecting. But I don't know what that's about, man. He the last person need to be disrespecting a black content creator from the streets. You know what I'm saying? He makes a living off guys like me. He need to cut that shit out, whatever it is. And if he didn't, my apologies. That's what somebody's telling me. A credible source is telling me. Cuse was the shortest dude on Soul Train. That's funny, but Kid Mac, what's up? Michael Hawkins, what up with it? He did repeat your theory on Cuz not telling if the conspiracy is true. Yeah. But even still, like, and I don't want to get off into it, but let's say, let's say he did tell, right? Who did he tell on? When you find out who he allegedly told on or for real told on, that comes right back to the circle. That comes exactly back to the circle in which he supposedly wasn't able to come around no more, right? So that's what I'm saying, man. Dudes opening can of worms. Dudes opening themselves up for attacks. They opening up themselves to disrespect more homies and expose more homies. And it's just really getting ugly. And I wasn't even talking about those dudes on that stuff earlier. I was talking about a recent interview that I just done. So it's like it's really getting messy. And when I woke up this morning, a thought came to my head and said, that's the devil. This is before a lot of this stuff came to my mind, but there was other things going on. I said, that's the devil. The devil is trying to interrupt this peace that we got going on in Los Angeles that could likely spread throughout the nation. The devil is trying us. The devil wants to see if they can stop peace. The devil wants us to continue killing each other and assassinating each other's character and exposing each other. You know what I mean? I believe It's the devil, homie. Because we just too wild with it. We are too wild with it. Everybody's attacking everybody. People siding with each other. People making crews over here and crews over there. You know, I can't say it enough, man. We too old for this stuff, man. Uh, we really too old for this stuff. But come on, fool. You know, Adam want to go with me. I have to dig into my bag of tricks and do some research on that fool. What's he saying about me? Or the channel? Is it me or the channel? Hopefully nobody gets hurt. Nobody move. Nobody gets hurt. I mean, remember when I first came on this channel, man, I said brothers need conflict resolution. We have to know how to de-escalate situations, especially if we childhood friends or we friends from business and we fall out. It should be easy for us to squash those beefs. It should take a phone call or 2 or 3 phone calls and say, look, man, you my partner or you my childhood friend. We've been through this, that, and the other together. We made this amount of money over here and that amount of money over there. We got to be able to squash this. If you don't have that, you got hatred in your heart, envy in your heart, jealousy in your heart, and the devil is in your head, bro. Like, how is it that, I'm going to say, for example, how is it that we pro Joe Biden or we're pro Donald Trump, right? People that don't look like us, people that we didn't grow up around, we don't know personally, right? How can we ask people to vote for them? How can we enjoy their policies and say they so right, but we can't say that about our own brother? Like, why we don't look at our own brother in that same light? If these dudes can get elected, you vote for them and they get in the office, Congress, Senate, Vice President, presidency, what have you. Why can't you vote for your homeboy to get an NAACP award, a Nobel Peace Prize, a check for these kids, a best rapper of the year, best manager of the year? Why can't we get these people up on these award shows? Why do we have to keep going after each other? But we'll tell somebody, go vote for this white guy. This is our president. He's for us. Your own homeboy is for us. If you would just take the time to step back and realize he's one of your own. I don't understand it, man, and I'm not trying to preach, man. I'm just baffled at how we go through this every single day. Like, YouTube and social media never takes a break. Like, you are not spared on holidays. You're not spared on New Year's. It's just 365 days a year that these people are attacking one another. And I hate that I keep having to speak on this shit. Like, why? Nigga, I ain't that peacemaker. I ain't no preacher. I ain't preaching the gospel to nobody. I ain't your teacher, none of that shit. I'm just saying, man, it gets old. It gets tiring, man. If you got any love in your heart, if you love anybody on this earth, if you love yourself, stop the madness. Stop. For what? But the only problem why it's not going to stop, I say it all the time, because people are looking to become known. People are looking for monetization. People are looking to capitalize on somebody else's downfall. And they will go to any extent to make a person have a downfall. A nervous breakdown, lose his family, lose his freedom, whatever. When we start telling on murders, that means we don't want this person around no more. We want this person in prison. We want this person out the way. Then you have to ask yourself, why do you want this person out the way? What is it that you gain from this person being out the way because you publicly telling, snitching, lying, and repeating conspiracy? What is it you're going to gain? Are you now going to become whatever you think this person is? Like, what do you gain from that, man? It's crazy, man. We got brothers now going at each other, man. I went through that in my youthful years, man. I'm glad to overcome that. I talked to my brother the last couple days for an hour, man. I love that shit. Like, nigga, took me all my life to talk to this nigga that long on the telephone. This nigga been in prison all his life. Nigga, he got 15 minutes to talk to me. Nigga, I'm gone. He say something wrong, nigga, I'm hanging up in 2 or 3 minutes. And now I get to talk to this dude over the phone, man. He's so much more mature. He's smart. He thinks well. And Fitzgerald got to meet him. He didn't really get to know his character, but he got to meet him, you know. A lot of dudes that been in the penitentiary know him and have seen him in there and out here. So he's changed a lot. And man, I like sharing things with him and, you know, listening to his perspective on things. It's usually just family or football and basketball, though, for the most part. It's just family, football, and basketball. We don't even talk about this shit going on in the street unless somebody got chipped from a certain hood. We'll talk about that. But we don't talk about this madness. We don't even talk about social media, period. Good, bad, or indifferent. We don't talk about social media. And we don't talk about brothers hating each other. However, I did tell him when he got home to watch out because it'd be his own friends. It'd be the ones closest to him that's gonna say something foul or, you know what I'm saying, drag him. Peace will come by any means. I mean, you have to, Kev, you a felon. I'm tucking my wallet when I see you. But you voting for Donald Trump, man. You don't care about nobody being no felon, fool. Sound like he needs to come talk to the Mac. He's not gonna do that, man. You don't understand. My brother's not like that. My brother ain't looking for no fame, no likes, no viral video, none of that. He just wants to live the rest of his life out here on the streets, you know, and enjoy his last years, man. He don't care about no damn cameras, you know what I mean? Unfortunately, you know, I'm sure he could dig out some cool stories or some cool history for y'all. I would love him to share it because I'm going to bounce right back off of it. Whatever he say, I'm going to bounce something off of it. I'm going to have a story to tell or something, you know what I mean? A reply or something. But he just won't do that, and so I don't bother him with that. I mean, the difference is Big Rick says he won't do it because he doesn't speak well. My brother just says he don't do social media. You know, too many people watching and listening, and you know, and he likes to keep his shit private. But he be out there. The Bible predicted a lot of the topics: father against son, mother against daughter, brother against brother, neighbor versus neighbor. That's why I don't understand when people shoot down the Bible all the time. People say, who wrote the Bible and this and that, and wasn't no Jesus, wasn't no God. Well, whoever it was that wrote the Bible is all we have to concentrate on. Because the Bible, my whole life has predicted things that's going on. So, you know, this kind of like this peace meeting that we're going to put on is don't attack the individual, attack the information. If you have a problem with the information, it's all good to go after that, but don't go after the person. You know what I mean? And if you can't go against the information, then you all in. It's all good. Because we could attack any individual at any point. We could say anything, true or false. You know what I'm saying? We can use our own understanding about a person. You know what I'm saying? Man, the Bible is full of prophecies, man. The Bible lets you know there's nothing new under the sun. Absolutely, absolutely. That's an old saying. There's nothing new under the sun. That's for sure. Did they tell you about crack? Did they tell you about meth? Did they tell you about 4800? Hey, man, some things you just don't know what's going to happen. Some things you just can't predict. Dodgers in the league, kid. That's what's up, Michael Hawkins. You know, I'm tired of my Dodgers right now. I watched 2 innings the other day, though. I watched them hang on and barely win. But somebody came in and gave up a home run. I was like, there we go. Typical Dodger pitching staff, typical manager, but they survived. I think they won by 1 run. Thank God, Cutes quit calling. Cutes, I appreciate you letting me get alive without interruption, further interruption, that is. We 15 minutes in, only 61 viewers, only 36 likes. Those are some terrible numbers, dog. What the Bible says about the Uri River is very interesting, and it's happening now. Those Cincinnati Reds, the Reds been playing good. I know they got spanked by the Blue Jays, didn't they? They came back and beat the Blue Jays yesterday, 6-3. Looked like they was gonna get worked today, though. Or did they come back again today? Yeah, I apologize, you guys, man. The last 2 lives, I'm sure that plays a part in why we don't have the numbers right now. So, you know, my apologies, man. But y'all going to get them likes up. 16 of y'all slacking on your macking. Y'all tripping on your cripping. Come on, man. Get them likes up, man. 22 of y'all now. 21. Come on, man. 63 people watching. Only 42 likes. Get those likes up. Won't cost you a dime. You think the Patriots going to have a winning season? Maybe 50-50. I mean, May is, he can't be no worse than Mac Jones, right? So I think they got a shot, but it's almost like a rebuilding stage, a new coaching staff and stuff. So I don't really know. I don't expect much out of them, but I'm hopeful that they at least can go like 9-8. Cuse was saying some real stuff, though. Shout out to Cuse, man. Cuse had a lot on his mind, a lot on his chest, man. He called me yelling and cussing. I'm like, Cuse, you don't talk like that. He said, yeah, I know, but I'm tired of these fake dudes, man. I'm tired of these rats going in on dudes. He was like, but I don't want to get your channel shut down. 310Js. And I told him, as long as you don't say no names and I don't put no names in the title, we'll be good. I should have told Cuse, no, Cuse, you should go on one. You should go on one of them other channels, Cuse. You should go on Clubhouse, Cuse, and let him have. I should have pumped him up to go to another channel and let him have it, right? We don't want that drama over here, man. See, one thing about me is, I stay to myself. I stay in closed doors, but when I go to LA, man, I really get out and I get around. And if I'm not making enemies for myself, I don't need nobody else to make enemies for me. You know what I mean? We just too old, man. We too old, and I don't want to live my life like that. I like to be with my daughters. I like to be with my son. I like to be with my grandkids too much to have to worry about something like that in public. You know what I mean? They not coming after me. What I'm going after them for? But what Mary J. Blige said: "No more drama in my life. I don't need the drama. We already had the drama when we was young, man. We already had all that drama. We had drama in the hood, drama with the enemy, drama in jail, green light from the Mexican mafia, drama in prison, baby mama messing with your homeboy or another dude. Or, you know what I mean? Court hitting you with child support, taxes. Man, I've been through enough drama, homie. I wish somebody let me consult on a damn movie or make my book into a damn movie. Shit, that would be like the highlight of my life, man. Going to a screening and bring all my grandkids and shit, right? Win some type of award and have them in the front row cheering dad on, right? Make them proud. That's what we need to be doing as grown black men. Make our children proud. We can lead in for 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 42 years. We need to be able to come home and make them proud. We need to focus on making them proud. Like there's moments I think of my mama, many of them, so proud of my mama. Very few about my dad, but a lot that I respect about my dad. We need parents that we can look up to for leadership, even in the old age, as a role model. to use life experience that they done taught us or that we done seen them prosper in life and follow that blueprint, you know what I'm saying, and pass the name down to our kids and grandkids so they can see how life should be and how things was back in our day. You know what I mean? We just we need a think tank for grown black men and women. We need a think tank. We need to all get in auditoriums. We need to get in stadiums and just have these conversations, man. Like if nobody is talking positivity, nobody's encouraging you to be positive and do the right thing, then a lot of people are not gonna do the right thing. But if we keep repeating and repeating and then we have a platform to where we can talk to the people in person, eye to eye, face to face, shake people's hands, give people hugs, I think it would spread. You know what I'm saying? People might find out that they like this positive vibe. People might find out that they like getting along with other people, especially when you can network now. You know, you cool, you in good standing, you can network now. But as long as you're not in good standing, it's always gonna be a long, tough road to prospering, man. Pop kept saying the same energy with Tyson. Kept the same energy with Tyson, though. But I'm just saying, man, we have to do something to communicate with one another in a better manner, man. People used to talk to Mike Tyson over the phone crazy, but get that act right when they see him face to face. I'm sorry, Uncle Buck still talking about gas prices and shit. Nigga, name a president that was in office where gas never went up at no point. It's called inflation, Buck. Control your emotion. That's the hardest part. You know, I've stated it before. You got dudes that was leaders or had pull in prison organizations. These dudes are supposed to know how to check their emotions. They supposed to know how to hide their emotions and strike when they need to strike. But these dudes are so emotional. I'm talking about all of these prison groups, all of these gang members with YouTube channels. Dudes are so emotional. They wear their emotions on their sleeve, man. When bread prices got too high, the government of Egypt was overthrown in 2011. Well, it's funny you say that because this lady that's running for president of the United States, she wants to stop price gouging. So she would fit in perfect over there. You know what I mean? Price gouging is part of the reason why poor stay poor too. You know, when it's time to go to a football game, all of a sudden the tickets go up because it's in demand. People buying all the Cracker Jacks on the shelf. Now the Cracker Jacks go up. People come and buying your cheeseburgers left and right. Now all of a sudden the cheeseburgers go up. And where do they do? Where do they sell that shit at? In the ghetto. Where are most of the stadiums at? In the ghetto. In the ghetto. Ghetto life in the ghetto. Yeah, you could act out your fantasies on social media, man, for sure. You know, I just recently I told the story about how people in prison, like cell phones, was probably the worst thing that ever happened to men's prisons, even ladies' prisons, because once they got the cell phone in prison and they looking at social media. Remember this? I was saying that people would take a picture by somebody else's Bentley. Now all of a sudden they think you balling. People will take a picture in an Airbnb or in a friend's condo. Now all of a sudden they balling, man, they living large. People go buy, people spend all their money, spend their whole check on some name brand shoes. Or what is that place, Fashion Nova? Women go buy an outfit from Fashion Nova. Outfit probably cheap as hell. They Fashion Nova come, they jump on social media and take a picture in their new outfit. And dudes is thinking they balling, thinking they got money. And then all of a sudden these dudes think you should send them $150 every month. wondering why you ain't been answering the phone and all that. And they start thinking, you balling, you balling. You don't mess with me because you got money now. Take a picture in a car with a dude that a woman probably just went to fuck for one night. He probably slid her $200, $250, $300. And she take a picture in this nice car with a dude looking fresh. And now he think, oh, you out there, you got you a rich man. Now you don't talk to me. Like, it really messed people's heads up, and it made people want to compete again. So now everybody on social media with these outfits that might not be theirs. You know, women will buy an outfit, leave the tag on, and then send the outfit back to get their money back. You know, that's old game that the women used to do, right? But now the game is you see a nice car, go take a picture by that car. In a parking lot, most of them be in the parking lot. Sometimes you be walking down the street and see a nice car and you just stop in the driveway and take a picture by the car. People are faking a lifestyle, homie. Poor people are faking lifestyles, man. Putting all their money into it. Like a while back, maybe 5 years ago, about 5 years ago, I seen this segment where women were flying all over the world to take pictures and show themselves at the Eiffel Tower and stuff like that. You know, these monumental places in the world. And they look good, and they getting a bunch of likes. Man, they getting all kind of things, man. Men trying to date them and stuff. But the reality was, they were spending all their money to go to these places, and they were drowning in debt. They were behind on their mortgage. They were behind on their rent. Their cars got repossessed and stuff like that because they wanted to show out on social media. They wanted to be the most popular and look like they popping. For some women, it worked out. Because women can get on there with a fake booty and shake their booty, or, you know, put fake hair in, or, you know, them big eyelashes that look like brooms and shit. And dudes would jump in their DM and holler at them. So some of them, they got lucky because rappers, sports stars, celebrities, you know, that's on TV and in movies, they hollered at them, got with them, got them pregnant, and them girls won. Some of them got 2 and 3 kids. Some of them got married. Some of them just get you for child support. So they won. That's what we call Instagram models. I sure hate we can't get 100 people up in here tonight because of the last 2 lives, man. New England dope. The new wealth is paying the bills in America. That's cool. That's cool. Too many people care about what the next person thinks. That's why I be saying, man, I don't owe no explanations to nobody. Nigga ain't nowhere. My mama ain't never told me that everybody gonna like me. My father, my sisters, my brothers, my grandparents ain't never told me everybody gonna like me. In fact, my mother used to tell me the opposite. As a kid, my mother used to say, that ain't your friend. As a teenager, my mother used to say, that ain't your friend. Moms be knowing best most of the time. Not all the time, but most of the time, mamas know. And they tell you, when y'all get in trouble, he gonna tell on you. When you need his help, he not gonna be there for you. If you take him on a job opportunity, he gonna get the job and you not, and he's not gonna switch positions. He's not gonna turn down the job. So moms prepared me for this type of shit. That's probably why I'm kind of battle tested when it comes to these type of characterizations and intuitions and stuff like that. You know what I mean? But dudes coming here thinking I gotta make them like me. Nigga, I ain't gotta make you like me. You gonna like me because you wanna like me or not. You know what I mean? Brittany Renner went from 304 to Islam. Friends versus associates, I heard it all the time growing up. Yeah, it's a big difference. Very big difference. Same with the gang, man. Every homie ain't your homie. Every dude from your set ain't your friend. Again, I just hate that we have to get so old and mess our lives up so much to the point till we finally have to realize it. And that's why I'm here giving you my spiel, because I want people to catch on. I want people to change their way of thinking and stuff like that. Kev, you listen to Candace Owens? No, I don't know who Candace Owens is. The name sounds familiar, but no, I have no idea who Candace Owens is. But shit, this is a good live right here. Man, we've been having a few good lives lately. You might only have 2 real friends in this lifetime. I think I got more than 2. Are they 100% like in everything that they do? No. But I think I got a handful of real friends, man. I thank God that, I know y'all don't believe in God, but I thank God that I don't fall out with my closest friends. I had one close friend that I fell out with. I had one YouTube friend that I fell out with, but the close friend I fell out with, we fell out over his own actions. We fell out because he became a rat, and because he thought that I was messing with a girl that he was messing with. I ain't never messed with her in my life. Ain't never had no kiss. Never felt on her booty, her thighs, none of that. And this fool watches my lives to this day. Every now and then he will leave a comment with his real name, his gang name, and he bangs on me. I screenshot it and then he deletes it. Nigga, if you gonna say it, leave it up there so everybody know who it is, nigga. Leave your government up there, nigga. You know, but so they can, when they look at the paperwork, they know that was you. That was really you leaving a comment. But he watches everything I do, man. He called Cali faces. You know what I'm saying? Trying to hate on me with Cali faces. He hit some homies' pages on Instagram and Facebook, leaving comments about me. Bro, I don't know what you got going on your life, man. I didn't tell you to snitch. I didn't encourage you to snitch. I'm not the reason why you snitch. Bro, you messed up how you feel about life, not me. You the one wanted 5 years off out of prison, not me. I didn't do that. And I didn't mess with the girl you was messing with who was married to the homeboy. Like, nigga, you arguing and fighting over somebody else's wife that I had nothing to do with. All we did was take a picture together on Hood Day. And if you watching, I know you mad right now. I know you red as hell right now. But you don't be mad. All I'm saying is, I didn't have an issue with you. That's all I'm saying is you fell out with me because you wanted to fall out with me. Reassess that, man. Look in the mirror and see what you doing wrong. You feel me? And I ain't lining up no fade in my age with a rat at that. You guys be having life twisted. Like, why would you belittle yourself to be fighting a rat and you damn near 60 years old? What type of logic is that shit? The whole logic here is to get along with your brother, not tear each other down. You know what I'm saying? And another logic here is don't fall. Don't take that fall, man. If you're not ready for it, if you're not ready to suffer the consequences, don't do it. You feel me? Don't do it. We all have a choice, man. They don't grab no batteries and again or no electricity and put that shit on you to make you tell. You know what I'm saying? You do that by choice. You know, my mama growing up and all y'all mamas growing up called that a tattletale. Nobody want to be a tattletale. Sometimes it's just best to stay away from people. Man, what you think I've been doing all my damn life, man? I was staying away from people except for when I went to crap games and gang fights. You feel me? Well, who you see on my lives all the time? Where do you see me every damn night? I go to casino by myself. I go to restaurants by myself. I go to the gas station by myself. And what do you mean? But you're right. You got to stay away from people sometimes. But some people got to be in the middle of the crowd. They got to be known. They got to be seen. They got to be heard. And they got to be the toughest one in the room. You feel me? And I'll be giving y'all some cold game, man. I seen 60-year-old with chunk of steel, etc. Yeah, and that's not a good thing. You can smile and all that. That's not a good thing. That's what we're trying to avoid. That's what this whole peace talk is about. We don't need to be 60 still taking fades and set tripping. Like, nigga, you just... And then they're going to tell you they joined the gang when they was 8, 9 years old. So, nigga, you been gangbanging 51 years and you still squabbling in the street. You still sending youngsters on a mission. Nigga, what? When we gonna grow up, homie? Raymond Washington been dead 45 years, nigga. You niggas ain't learned nothing yet. Come on, man. I mean, what you said sounds good and it's real. Unfortunately, that's not a role model. That's not something to be proud of. You feel me? Oh man, we got some things coming up for y'all in the near future. You know, yeah, man, we all too old to throw away our freedom for some bullshit. For something that's not even worth losing your freedom for. Nigga, even if I mess with the homie's wife who you was messing with, even if I did, nigga, you just renting the pussy. You don't own the pussy. Nigga, if you own the pussy, she wouldn't be married to another nigga and taking a picture with me. You should have never got mad about that. You should have called one of us and be like, where y'all at? What y'all doing? I'm on my way. You feel me? Buck, you need to just get out of it. I get so tired of you sometimes, Buck, man. I'm serious, Buck. You know, I get tired of your ass, man. You know how to get my emotions going, that's for sure. And the reason why, because you be interrupting some real conversations, man. You always got something sarcastic or some dumbass joke in the middle of real conversation. Like, your timing is so horrible, homie. Man, nobody want all that noise in the county jail. Nobody want to sit there and wait until their name is called before you can move. You feel me? Nobody want that cold, raggedy food. Nobody want to sleep with the rats. Hey, not those kind of rats. I'm talking about the mice. Nobody want to sleep with them mice. You know what I mean? Yeah, man, it's crazy. Well, anyway, I'm going to get out of here, man. We ain't about to get no more numbers and no more views up in here, right? When they say Crip for life, they mean until they die. All right, that's cool. You could still be a Crip, you know what I'm saying? You could be a Crip. You could represent your set or your community or your favorite color. That don't mean you still got to fight and send kids on missions, mislead teenagers and youth to continue to carry out gang wars that started before they was born. You know what they say. It's not what you do, it's how you do it. With that said, I'm out of here tonight, y'all. Y'all have a good one. Peace.